What's up, fam? Mr. Country CEO back in the house again. Man, look, Saturday morning is when you will be viewing this video. I got the homie coming out of Mobile for in-person consultation today, so I won't be on live, and we're giving away turkeys at the church, so y'all have to give me a little grace this morning. We're giving away turkeys from 8 to 11, and then the homie is coming for 12. So that kind of got my time misconstrued, but it's all good. So I said, well, you know what? Let's do a video for the gang and give them some game on something. And this is fresh off the press, man, because this ain't the first time I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. But I want to talk about beware of the bad brokers. Beware of the bad brokers. I'm dealing with a situation here. I think I've told y'all there's nothing wrong with starting off working for brokers. You know, actually, it's a good way for some of you to get into business and get your feet wet, get some revenue to flow on. They take a percentage. As long as you're getting decent rate, then hey, it's okay. But you know, even me with 24 years, I still got some brokers I work for. It's not a whole lot. I specialize in having my own work, working direct, getting my own work. That's a whole nother subject. I got some stuff coming up for y'all to be able to help a lot of people with finding their own work. I got some stuff coming up real soon. But I still got 2 or 3 brokers I work for. And like I say, beware of the bad ones. There's some good ones. And I wanted to be clear, you know, I don't have any problem with somebody making money off the top of me or a percentage, you know, as long as you're fair with me with what the rate is. The problem begins to be is when these brokers take too much. They cut too much. And the rate that you're getting is garbage. So that's game right there. How do I know, CEO, what's a good rate and a bad rate, not so good rate? Well, what's the going rate for your area? You know, if your going rate for your area is 125, but the broker paying 120, or he's undercutting the rate just to give you something, then, you know, that's not good. And one of the games some of these brokers play too is that it's really 130. They'll tell you 120, and then they want 5% off the 120. You know, some of this stuff is just foolishness, man. But I was enlightened about 3 weeks ago to find I put in to deal directly with a company, and it's a company I used to deal with. Well, crazy thing is I worked through a broker for the same company quite a few times this year and last year. So I wanted to establish a direct relationship, and they want to use my DBE. Well, another division of the company handles the paperwork to go upstairs to approve that application. It's been 2 months, and I'm getting a runaround on about processing my paperwork. But just like anything else in the dump truck business, a little bird came and told me that there are some folks that are threatened by the fact of the number of trucks I got and the number of trucks one of my good friends got. And they are afraid of us being power brokers with the company. So they let him in. He was already in, my partner. But they're stringing me out on getting in because that would add, he got 12, 13 trucks. That would add another 9. And I think the brokers are hollering and must be in cahoots with the company to string me out and not let me in. Now, I don't want to scare some of you with that kind of tactics. It don't matter what business you go in. You got some crooks, you got some rotten eggs, you got some low-down, dirty jokers. But my God, it's bigger than that. I just told y'all the other week, I opened my email up Monday when I was getting ready to come from Charlotte and had a job I didn't even bid on. I'm not worried or tripping about it. I'm sharing this with y'all so y'all can be on top of game. Some of these brokers is a trip. I'm just gonna tell you this straight up. They some dirty, low down jokers. And then the crazy part about it, some of them don't even have trucks. Do not let people that ain't got no trucks leverage the game and you the one with the truck. All you got to do, here's the game, and it's the hardest thing to do, is bring the truckers together. And you leverage the fact that y'all got the trucks and y'all can put these doggone brokers in a chokehold. But please believe me, the problem is they're going to be getting everybody together. And I understand. It's just like being on the picket line. You know, everybody can't come across the picket line or they got family to feed, bills to pay, note to pay. I get it. But the only way you're going to put these brokers in a chokehold, man, is you got to come together. Unity will kill it. Now, since they want to play games with Seek Ye First and Perry Jones and God's Child, the country CEO, I got a cake in the oven for these brokers. I'm baking a cake for them, particularly a couple of these jokers that want to play dirty and then got in cahoots with the company to try to string my approval of my application out. I got something for you. I ain't gonna say it on here because I don't want to give it away, but I got a cake in the oven for you. I know how to deal with that. Thanks be unto God, I'm not dependent upon that. Really, the straps that I was getting from the brokers really just a truck or two when I ain't got nothing else. That's why I tell you, don't burn no bridge. Don't count out any place that you might work, because sometimes oatmeal better than no meal, right? And I got guys that need to work, so a lot of times rate garbage. I might send them on, and if it's too garbage, I ain't going. Because I'd rather let a truck sit than just totally be ridiculous rate. But I done made up my mind, okay, y'all want to handle me like that, and I done got proof and got a little bird and come sat on my shoulder and told me what y'all doing. I got a cake in the oven for y'all. This is the kind of stuff that you do have to deal with. Please don't let it discourage you, dumb truckers, because it's just in any business, there's a con, there's some rotten eggs in any and every business. You can't run from it. Title of this video is Beware of the Bad Brokers. And all you got to do is mark them, identify them. And once you mark them and identify them, then you know how to handle your business. That's all it is. And if you want to break their necks, come together and don't nobody go work for them. And if they ain't got no trucks that can go work for them and do the job, guess what? The contract got to do something. Make no mistake about it now. Some of these brokers don't want you to go direct. And if they even got in good with that company, they'll try to block you out from going direct. And that's what done happened here. They done got in cahoots with the company and don't want to let old Seek Ye First, old country CEO in here. It's actually kind of hilarious. I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad that they see me as a threat like that. That they are fearful of me getting in and coming over there and doing some work with the people. It's actually hilarious. But one thing is true, faith ain't fair. And I specialize in walking in the doors that God opens for me. They can't stop what God has ordained, man. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm tickled that someone would be threatened of little old me. That's what got me. Little old me. Wow. But we're going to continue to press forward. They can't stop that, man. This thing too far gone. They can't stop nothing. God just done too much. They can't stop nothing, man. Blessings still coming. Blessings still flowing. Work still flowing. And I know the game and I know the business. And I know who to talk to. And I know too many people. I've developed too many relationships. But the most of all relationship I got is the one who sits high and look low. They can't stop it. And I'm just tripping that little old me and they are intimidated and they're afraid. But I'm just like that old gopher on Caddyshack. You block one hole, I just pop my head on up in another hole. Y'all ever watch Caddyshack with Chevy Chase? It's an old movie. Google it. And they were trying to catch that gopher, man, blowing up holes over the golf course. And they think they be to blow up a hole. That old gopher pop his head up over in another hole, boy. That's me. I'm that old gopher. They can't stop that, man. But handle yourself accordingly, y'all. Beware of the bad brokers. Get some background on them jokers. Ask the other truckers, how is that guy? How is that girl? These jokers around here trying to leverage the game and ain't got truck the first. How you gonna leverage the game and ain't got no trucks? So how you gonna leverage the game and you get the stuff you do have is a bunch of junk? And so therefore you really totally dependent on these truckers to come and do the job for you. And then you paying these cheap rates because the company's paying the right rate, but because you want to broker this stuff, instead of letting people go directly through the company, y'all in cahoots together, and then now the trucks got to work for garbage. I be damned. Ain't happening, Captain. I'm finna get ready to call these dumb truckers around here into a meeting at the beginning of the year. We're gonna bake a cake for these brokers. Got to CEO! You need to save this one on your playlist, because this is a good one. Y'all hit me up in the comments. Tell me the problems that y'all got with some of these brokers, the states you're in, and what you had to do to break their necks, or what you about to do, or what you just think about what I did on this video. Got you, CEO. I'm out of here. I'm gone.